Tell me a little bit about what you thought of the women's tournament and your teammate actually defending his title.
Yeah, so I was there at EBI. It was really cool. Boogie and PJ, they both won. Boogie defended his title, and I was super impressed with all the ladies' matches. I thought they were amazing. I also think I blocked you on Twitter after that because you posted this stupid tweet about you and Bia should go for the bantamweight. And I'm like, dude, I am not a bantamweight. I am a flyweight. Did you see how big she was? So yeah, I was just like, no, that's stupid. Why would I do that? She would kill me.
Well, you had mentioned that you wanted to go up to bantamweight, so
I did until I saw them, and I was like, I am not a bantamweight. I am a flyweight. But no, it was amazing. All the matches were really high level. I mean, Bia was the front runner. And yeah, she definitely showed it. She was amazing. But more importantly, my coach Boogie, Richie Martinez, he defended his combat jiu-jitsu belt. And yeah, I'm supposed to be defending my belt in the future, but we'll see. We'll see what I was actually supposed to do that EBI, but then I got booked for this fight, so we'll see if it works out.
I mean, you have probably one of the more dominant teams right now at flyweight because you've got Liz in the UFC right now, Pearl over at Invicta. Both, within the probably the top 6-5 in the world right now, and you're the champion right now. I mean, what's it mean to be training with some of the most dominant flyweights, and has that kind of, iron sharpens iron, as they say?
Oh yeah, they're incredible. I always say that I have the best female training partners in the world, and not just the pros. I mean, our pros team, yeah, like you said, Liz and Pearl were all flyweights, so it's perfect. And we all bring very different games to the table, so it's good for all of us to be training with all these different styles. But even our amateur girls team is incredible. And, even if they're not at that level of skill and technique, they show up, man. They'll throw down with us. So, yeah, the Mean Girls crew at 10 Planet San Diego, we're top of the game.
And how is it with the cut? I mean, obviously, Liz is cutting for her fight, and you had to cut for your fight. So did that help out a little bit?
Yeah, it's funny, me and Liz we always end up fighting 1 to 2 weeks apart from each other. So we're able to get a full camp in, and yeah, we always ask each other every day, okay, so what's your weight? And we're like, hey, we're beating each other. We always do that. So I finally beat her my last week of cutting weight. My last final week before my fight, I finally beat her. But yeah, she's fighting UFC Boise July 14th, I believe. She's cornering me for this fight. I'll be cornering her for that fight.
Can we join in on your one-on-one?
Go ahead.
Can we join?
The first time I spoke to you about a year ago, you said to me that you actually tend to only focus on the women on a card, and obviously a big fan of women's MMA, being one yourself. There's 8 women on this card. How do you feel about, leading the way for this kind of fight card for Bellator?
It's awesome. So, of course, I'm always about girl power, #girl power. So when I saw that there were, yeah, like you said, 8 women on the card, I was super stoked. Half of the main card is women, which, never happens, I don't think. And we're headlining it, so I was really pumped. And I actually know pretty much all of the girls on a personal level. I've trained with several of them. Tiani's from Hawaii. I'm cool with Carrie. I'm cool with Valerie. I'm a huge fan of Christina Warhorse. Even my opponent, we just met each other in person for the first time, and we were wearing matching shirts. It was funny. We hugged each other. So it's really cool seeing all the other women on the card supporting each other. There's no weird vibes or catty things. At least I don't know. I've never seen it. So I think it's really cool.
And then also, of course, being nominated at the World MMA Awards for Female Fighter of the Year. Just how did you find out that you were up for or you were nominated?
I think it was through MMA Junkie. They posted an article on Twitter, and so I had no idea. And I'm just like, is this legit? Or is this just a panel of journalists doing this? What's going on? So I looked into it. I texted some people from Bellator and asked them about it. They're like, yeah, this is awesome. So I'm actually going to be going out there on Tuesday for the awards. I am actually presenting an award. I don't know which award I will be presenting, but that means that I have to get a nice dress, which is probably more the most difficult thing that I've ever had to do in this business. I have to get dressed for a red carpet event and to present an award. So yeah, after this fight, that's what I'm going to be focusing
But,
on.
I was just gonna say, final question from me. How is the Eliminator? Am I saying it right? Eliminator Scholarship?
Eliminator, yeah.
Eliminator.
Yeah, it's really good. So, quick story, we ended up raising enough for 5 scholarships, and so 2 recipients are from Hawaii, 1 is from Panama, and 2 more are from Southern California. So they will actually, the 2 from Southern California will actually be my guests at the fight, so hopefully I can get them cage side, but yeah, they're going to be there, and I'm really excited to spend some time with them afterwards.
This
Are
is
you
pretty.
someone that
Go
prepares
ahead.
a speech or just speaks in the moment?
Yeah.
If you win.
A little bit of both. I kind of have an idea of what I want to say, but I don't have something rehearsed because I think it's not genuine, you know. So I mean, it's a blessing and a curse sometimes. Like, I actually have to present at a conference next week, and I'm gonna wing it, you know. But I just think it's better to speak from the heart and be genuine. But I do kind of know what I'm going to talk about after the fight. If I should win, if they ask me on the mic, I kind of know what I'm going to say.
I heard that you have a dream fight of a Robbie fight, a bloody,
Yeah, like
bloody
all
one.
fucked up, yeah.
Is that still a dream fight of yours?
Yeah, I think so. I just, there's something about blood that I think is super primal and gnarly, and I really want a cool blood picture, you know, where like my face is covered in blood. I don't have any bloody pictures. I think I've only bled once in one of my fights, and it was a bloody nose, I think in like my first fight. So yeah, there's just something about blood that's kind of cool.
Do you think that this fight Friday could be that dream fight that you're looking for?
You know, I don't know. I think me and Lara are like too afraid of our faces getting messed up. I don't know. Like, she's a cute girl, you know, so I don't think she would be one to really not care if she gets hit, and that's kind of how I am too. I like to protect my face. And I feel like I think it's going to be a grappling match, honestly. So I don't know if it's going to be a stand and bang war.
This is like full circle for you, because this is you know, your first fight in Bellator was here at the Pichinga Casino, and now you're defending your title here as well. What does that mean to you to come back here and defend your title, and more importantly, be kind of on home field advantage and have a huge crowd behind you?
Yeah, well, it's cool that it's come full circle. Like you said, my debut with Bellator was over here at Pechanga. I was on the prelims. I wasn't even staying at this hotel. They put me in a Holiday Inn down the road. So it's kind of cool that now I'm back here and I'm champion. But yeah, I mean, I was ecstatic that I get to fight basically in my backyard, and you know, everyone from Hawaii can come up, plus all of my gym family and everyone else. But to be headlining it is amazing, and to see my face on, you know, posters and the billboard, that was really my goal the whole time. It was just to get on the billboard. So I'm stoked that it happened. Mission
How much of
accomplished.
the crowd do you think are your fans and family coming in?
Shit, I'd say like probably, okay, at least, I know for a fact 175 people bought tickets for me through the box office. And that was just through the box office, not even like Ticketmaster or whatever. So I think capacity is like 3,000. I'm guessing there's gonna be at least like 500 people there for me. I don't know, who knows? Maybe they're all gonna leave after the first couple fights. They're like all undercard fights. I don't know. We'll see. I don't care. The Hawaiians are bringing the crowd. So, you know, even if half the stadium leaves, you're gonna hear my sisters real loud and clear. You can hear them every fight. They have really high-pitched, annoying voices. Gary, what's up?
Hi, how you doing? Ilima, Don King used to say, from the streets to the suites. Yeah, you mentioned that you were once here in the Holiday Inn, not in the main casino,
Yeah.
and you're fighting here. I understand that I think you told me you're not driving a shitty car anymore. You've actually
No.
got a Jeep now.
Yes.
That you wanted a kind of a muscle car, if you like.
Yes.
How do you keep your feet on the ground? Because obviously as a champion, you get to champion, and being a champion is about keeping the belt, isn't
Yeah.
it? How do you keep yourself from enjoying those trappings, if you like,
Yeah.
too much?
Well, so like for the car example, I did buy a Jeep, and it was an impulsive purchase. It was like, I got money and now I'm gonna go buy this Jeep. And then I got the Jeep, and then I started getting anxiety about the Jeep because I'm like, why am I putting all this money into this? And then, so I decided to keep my Camry, my old shitty Camry. It's a 98 Toyota Camry that has bumps and dings all over it. And I'm so happy I kept it because I love that car. It's a piece of shit car, but I love it. And so I think it's like little things like that, like not forgetting where I came from and everything. I did fix the trunk though, so it doesn't, now it locks. Before it never used to lock, so I would just be able to like,
You had a bit of wire holding it or something, did you? A bit of...
yeah, it was super ghetto, but I got it fixed. But I'm just so happy I kept the Camry. So I think just little things like that, remembering where I came from, not letting the money and the fame and everything get to my head. And like even when I checked into the hotel, I went to the resort tower and I'm like, why is my key not working? They're like, oh, you're in the casino tower. So I'm like, okay. So I walked to the casino tower, I opened, I was like, what the fuck? They put me in the casino tower? Like, these aren't even the new rooms. And then I was like, Ilima, you're at Pechanga. Before you were at Holiday Inn. Yeah. Like, it's okay, you know. But then they also, I kind of asked them about it. They're like, well, it's because the casino towers have tubs. I'm like, that's right. Because the resort towers don't have tubs, and I need a tub to weight cut. So that's, I'm like, okay.
So you are getting what you want.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And on that note, Bellator is developing at the moment, as we've seen with the press conference in New York yesterday. Their horizons are getting bigger. How much would it mean to you if you can hold this belt for a few defences and perhaps be involved in a card that perhaps goes to Hawaii?
Yeah, so that might be something I will say on the mic after if I win. But yeah, like, it's always been my dream to fight in Hawaii. I've never been able to fight in Hawaii before. And, you know, Bellator, they're innovators. They like to do things first. And I'm like, why don't we have a card in Hawaii? Like, UFC hasn't done it yet. Nobody's done it yet. Let's go to Hawaii. So, of course, yeah, the longer I keep this belt, I think the bigger the chances are that we will go to Hawaii. So, yeah, I mean, and I was saying earlier that another motivating factor for keeping this belt and you know, looking at the longevity of being champion is that I can have a very successful career as a fighter. You know, I've been looking at homes. I want to be a homeowner. And so the longer I keep this belt, the more realistic that becomes.
On the flower, I think, if my memory serves me right, when you won the belt, you gave a message to a previous boyfriend, and it was a very strong message, and it was very emotional.
Yeah.
And if memory serves me right, when you wear the flower on your left ear, it means you're still single, is that right?
So it's like the wedding band.
Oh, it is, so you're not single?
You have someone if it's on the left.
Oh, apologies.
No, it's fine. I mean, for me, so my hair parts naturally like that, so that it always looks better on the left ear. If it's watch. If I put it on the right ear, then it like sometimes it'll like start falling out or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why.
It
looks like shit on the right.
You look like no. What it means is you need to be in a relationship. Yeah.
So what it means is people just have to maybe follow me on social media, see if I post anything. I don't know. It's a mystery.
How many flowers do you bring with you to an event? Because obviously
like
you've always
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all like in different pockets in case I forget something. It was funny one time when Bellator came down to do the In Focus piece at the gym. I live right by the gym, so I walked over. I'm hot, I'm stressed out, I'm freaking out, and I'm just like, the flower! I forgot the flower! And so one of my teammates, it was so funny, she like drove to my house, ran and grabbed it for me because I was just freaking out. So
you feel naked without almost.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I have to carry one with me everywhere.
Thank you.
I hear you want a bobblehead. We'll shoot
Yes!
you a flower.
Guys, well, okay, now you guys know what I'm going to say if I win. So basically, if
that's
they
why we're
ask
journalists.
if they ask me, like, oh, so what's next? You know, I'm going to be like, I want Bellator Hawaii, and I want my own bobblehead. Like, I'm going to be very adamant about it.
Flower.
Yeah, like, that looks like a bobblehead on his shirt right there. Like, with the pineapple, and like...
It's a great t-shirt.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
Cool, thanks, guys.